Welcome here. So this is a beautiful design we are going to work with today, and I call her Sisi Ologe. If you know what that means, write it in the comment section. So let's go into it. So here, this is the pattern that I'm working with. Okay, so for this brown fabric, I don't have so much of it, so I have to make do of what is available. Okay, so I just did the face because majorly it's the face, the body part is what I'll be using this for, because the other part, the scarf and the blouse, have their own fabric. Okay, so the part that I traced here was just the face and the neck. Okay, so you just had some little extra for it to be easier for me while I'm making my placement. If you have enough fabric, you can use it as your background. Okay, so you just trace everything, but in case you don't, you can still do it this way. It's fine. Yes, I was done tracing. I did the cutting out as I always do. Let's I forget to mention that for every fabric I use for my fabric art, I always have them ironed with a fusible. So you can use a medium weight fusible, you can use a lightweight, not too light, so like a medium weight fusible will be good. Okay, so it stiffens your fabric and it's easier for you when you're cutting it out. Any fabric I use, I always do that. That's why when you look at the back of the fabric, you always notice that it is white. When I make my tracing, you will see that it is white, or understand, because it is already covered with the fusible. That's why it's showing white and not the color of the fabric. Okay, so always make sure that it is ironed with the fusible. If not, it will be difficult for you to cut out. You won't have that stiffness that is needed. Okay. So here, because the fabric is not covering the whole pattern, so I had to make marks for me to be able to identify where I will be placing the scarf and the blouse, so have the exact point. Okay, that was why I did the mark with a pen. So yeah, I'm tracing the blouse. And I'm tracing the scarf. After doing them, I have to cut them out. I so much love this fabric. It's so bright. The lemon is shining light, and I like it. Even without the details, it's already looking so beautiful. I think this lemon for me is just it. Beautiful already. Okay? So for you that don't like too many designs, you just want it simple, just this way. You can see how beautiful it came out. So I'm tracing the earrings. Okay? That's the other one at the other side dropping. So here is the fabric I will be using for the designing on it. You can see that it's quite busy. So most times before I make my videos, I don't have any design in mind. I just work with what I can see. So looking at the fabric, I was thinking that's why I decided to do like a plain and pattern. Okay, so it's going to be more beautiful. It will show the effect of the design on it. So this is me just cutting out and thinking, oh, how am I going to do the placement? Should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? Until I am satisfied by what I've created, I'm like, oh, I think this is it. So just watch me create. That's what I do. Sometimes I hear people say to me that I do this seamlessly, the way I cut my fabrics, the way I make my designs, and all that. And you feel that, oh, will I be able to do this? Yes, yes, you'll be able to do it. This was something that I did as a job, okay? I worked in a fashion house, and my work was to cut out patterns from fabrics, or I'm giving a stencil to trace. So I did it. My fingers most times they hurt. I have black spots on my fingers because I've been holding scissors for a long time, and all I do is cut. Like, go to work from morning to night, all you're doing is ironing and cutting out. Okay, that's what I was doing for many years. So I think that's why when you see me do it, it looks seamless or very easy. Okay, it's because over time I've done that over and over. So you just keep practicing. Before you know it, when you see fabric, you're able to think of a particular design because you have been working with a lot. So the more you practice, the more you keep getting better at it. Okay, so you can also be this good. So let's continue. So anytime I have a design to do, I usually don't have what I want to do in my on my mind or something. Let me know, oh, this is how I'm gonna work with the fabric, this is what I'm going to do. No. So what I do when I see the fabric and I start cutting, so I start thinking, how am I going to do this? What should I do? So I'll keep placing different, does this look good? Does this, no, I don't think I like it this way. You get, so I'll keep changing it until I make a particular design and I feel, wow, this is it. I think I get this. Then I maintain that particular style and say, okay, I think this is where I'm going to stop. Okay, so I don't have any design in mind. I'm just looking at it, creating until I find that satisfaction in what I've created. Then I know that it's time to continue. So let's keep creating. You can see how beautiful it's coming out. Okay, so trying different styles. Then now I say, I think I love this. So we're working on the blouse. Adding up the earrings. See how beautiful this looks. Wow, I love it. Love it. So I felt it was a bit bright, okay? That would there be something I could do to it to tone the brightness down a bit. So I decided to add a black background to it. So this is me tracing out the scarf and the blouse on the black fabric. So what I did after tracing, I didn't cut the exact line I wanted to trace, okay, because I want the black to be obvious out like a background. So I added a little to the black, like is it quarter, maybe like a quarter of an inch, okay, to give it that background. So I traced it and I did the cut out. You will see that look that it gave it. Both are so beautiful and I really love this pattern. I love the pattern, I love the fabric, I love the design. Beautiful, beautiful. And you can use any fabric you have, not necessarily having this particular design. Any fabric of your choice is fine, okay? Just follow the design of, you can follow this particular design but using a different fabric. I think it will still come out great. Can you see? Oh, 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 oh. Looking so beautiful. I'm so excited about this. You can see how great it came out, looking beautiful. So what I just did was to add back the details to it. If you've watched up to this moment, I just want to say a big thank you for watching. Bye.